Previously on Supply Run Himalayas.
It's like constant layers of unknowns. It's kind of like a puzzle that we're trying to play to make it make sense.
Simple summary is this: we have a lot to do in a little bit of time.
While Chad and JD are finalizing the cream separator transaction, I am currently feeling the pinch of time. I actually made a list of local fixers before I left on this trip in case we found ourselves in this specific situation. And it seems like one is confident enough to be able to pull this minor miracle off within 1 to 2 days time. His name is Vicky, and he's gonna meet us in Kullu and Manali area in about 2 days to see if we can make this happen. It's not ideal, but the pressure's on.
We successfully grabbed a cream separator just outside of Delhi on our way to the mountain town of Shimla. Once we got to Shimla, we stayed there one night, but we realized we had to continue pushing on. We met up with a local fixer named Mohi, and he informed us that it would be much better and easier for us to grab our remaining supply items in the Kullu Manali area, which is farther north. But we have another issue brewing, which is I'm starting to feel terrible. In Delhi, I came down with what I think is a sinus infection, but last night I got terrible chills and my energy is dropping off a cliff. So we will see how that goes.
What's happening?
We are in a small village. I don't know where we are, but we are picking up a hand loom. Right now we're just waiting for Vicky, our fixer, so that we can go find this hand loom.
Ah, sweet. This is my brother Chad.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry about being late.
Oh, don't be sorry.
JD, nice to meet you.
You've been helping us so much.
The camper is gonna be here, so we will go to the small village where you can also see the hand loom.
Okay.
And we will pick the motorbike from there. Okay, from the small village.
We met with Vicky this morning, our local contact who's going to help us get all of these things. He arrived late, which is not a big deal because he got in really late last night. However, when we offered to get him water or coffee at 9 or 10 in the morning, he declined and said he'd prefer a beer. We weren't really sure if he was sarcastic or not, but he wasn't. So we got him a beer. It's a little bit of a red flag. However, he did provide the transportation that we requested, and we suggested that we go to a place later today to find a used hand loom because a new hand loom will take 2 days to finish and polish. So we are gonna go figure that out. At this point in time, we don't think that he's trying to take advantage of us, but we're not really sure.
So where we are going today, to the small village, here you can see the local hand loom, and that's the best.
Okay, yeah, we want the best. You went to great lengths for this, to help us with all of this. I mean, but why?
Like anywhere you will be in India, like in Rajasthan or South India or anywhere. So I have connections with the people. So I just came here because for the hand loom that you want, that I can show you the real hand loom, the local things.
Yeah.
We'll have like a local lunch in a house that you can do by yourself. This is like the local. And the woods and everything.
When I was trying to figure out how we're going to fit all of these things, but we can put it all on this truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Impressive.
You guys, they built. Did they build this?
Yeah.
Peter mentioned to us that there is a women's association in Pangi Valley, which is Sural Bhatori and other villages, and a hand loom would help a lot with providing possible income for the women there. So they can make scarves and blankets and other things using a hand loom, and that would allow them to possibly sell those at a market, and also just to make warm items for themselves for the winter time. So a hand loom would be super helpful.
Do you know if the community in Sural Bhatori will know how to put that together.
Yeah, of course. There's a hand loom over here that's a wooden one, and then we got the metal one, and they're willing to part with it if this is what we want to do. So we'd have to take it apart, obviously, in order to fit it on the truck in pieces, and then put it together when we get up there. So it will take, of course, a couple of days for that. So there's no such thing as like ready to go hand loom.
No, nothing like that. It's big. And also, if we want to get a new hand loom, it takes about 2 days to like set up, I guess. We don't have 2 days. So we might get a used one, which is already set. We'll take that with us now, but we'll also order another hand loom and ship it to Sural Bhatori to get there about the same time we will.
Ready to do what it takes. If we have to disassemble and take this used hand loom for now, that's what we got to do.
The wood parts, like which make like that.
I definitely got to buy one of these for
For the camper, yeah, for sure you are going to use it for 7 days.
No. Because once we get to Sural Bhatori, we don't need it anymore.
But you are going to be there like on the 15th, yeah?
Yeah, we'll be there.
When Vicky got here this morning, it actually started out pretty well. However, now it's been like a whole day and we still don't have any of the major items we're looking for. We just went to the market while the sun was going down. We met his friends, we met some other people. We don't really know what their roles are in any of this. Because of the time crunch, we are now relying on Vicky and his contacts to help us gather all of these items in a very short period of time. But that sort of forces us to give up some of that control in order to make it happen. The problem is there's no other alternative. We kind of have to roll with the punches here. And we just don't have the luxury of time right now. We have no margin for error.
What's the current situation, JD?
One of our contacts from Manali, who arranged the truck, camper, and motorbike for us, he also offered to help us find some of the supplies. He is adamant about us staying in Manali tonight because we don't have time to get the supplies. He said we should stay in where he's staying, his hostel. My concern, it's 30 minutes from the town of Manali, and we still have not accomplished anything today other than getting the truck and the motorbike.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm worried that we're getting dragged out and that he's gonna complicate it. He's a smooth talker. He knows what he's doing. He's definitely not doing this for free. So I'm a little skeptical on some of the things he is doing. Like, he's just stalling us right now. That's just how I feel.
Frankly, this is my opinion. I really don't see a better option. Like, I know you're saying, hey, we can just do it ourselves. We are definitely paying a convenience for whatever he's doing. And honestly, I know he's marking things up. And as I look at the conversion rates, frankly, I don't care that he's marking them up. He's putting a lot in.
Right now, we could be in Manali getting items.
How will we get there?
Doesn't the driver work for us now that we've paid for the truck?
We wanted to take this without any driver. And he said, you're gonna have to put down a massive deposit. You're gonna pay way too much, and if you get a scratch on it, they're gonna take your whole deposit.
Because he came through with that, does that now necessarily mean we need to go through him for every other item that we now need?
He's in his element, and I could tell that, like, as I talk to him, like, he's just like, I can do that, I can do this, like, he's a high from it.
It's come back down to the thing, it's the pace.
It's the pace, and Jake sent him the picture of the toilet a while back. And the answer is like, yeah, I'll get it, no problem. Like, okay, where, when?
Yeah, like, show it to me. Show it to me.
He's the one setting the pace. He's the one making the decisions. I say, look, I'll go to the inner solar place myself, talk to the guy, get it all set and squared away.
So there's no doubt I'm very uncomfortable. It's not a good feeling when things feel like it's out of our control. So we definitely feel it. I think it's just absorbing a little bit of the punches. Like, the minute we were sitting up there in that guy's house, it dawned on me. I was like, we're not leaving this town today. We're just not leaving. And I was like, fuck. So when he comes back, right, what we need to do as a team here is checklist. Hey, first we need this, second we need to go do this, let's go do this, let's go do this. And just, again, I want you to think like water. We be water, but we slowly put the grooves in, if you will.
In our normal lives, like, it is very much, I need to know, we time block our days. You know, like, we're like, what am I doing at 11 a.m.? And I need to go do this. I have to-do lists and checklists. This is their world, like, this is not our world, and so I don't know where these things are, and like, we can go figure it out, but it will take a lot of time. So how do we use the help that we're getting while still molding the pathway so that we can continue on our journey?
It's fucking hard, man. Yeah. You're feeling it.
Up next on Supply Run Himalayas.
I don't think that they will make it into it because that can be risky.
We gotta get on the move. We gotta get on the move. Sitting around and hurrying up to wait.
I guess we're just gonna continue to rely on Vicky for everything. So if it works out, putting way too much stock into one person.
Well, we finally go. Special thanks for this episode goes out to my dude Emmanuel Alea. Man, you have been there for so many things for me, for Jake and I, obviously now for JD. The amount of times we've had conversations around life and work and business and purpose and all these things, man. And you really, really anteed up, and you massive support for us, dude. Forever grateful for you, and whatever what you contributed helped us in so many ways. So thank you, Emmanuel. I love you, buddy.
Thanks, E. Really appreciate it, man. I mean, I'm glad our lives have bumped together so many times throughout the last decade or so. Really appreciate you, man.
Manuel, thank you. As they say in India, Dhanyabad. Thank you.
Another special thanks for this episode goes out to my dude George and Megan as well. Look, man, we go back to the days of that office in Venice. I don't even remember what it was called anymore, but the fact that we could go out there and just work all the time on these ideas, especially Playlist Push from the early days till now, and here we are finally doing some of the things that I've been thinking about, that Jake and I have been thinking about since the same time you were getting Playlist Push going. And the fact that you were here to just put in such a big contribution for us, man, like, forever grateful to you and Megan. And it's amazing to see how far each of us has come with some of these incredible ideas that we've had for so long. So thank you for your contribution, you guys. Much love to you.
Thanks, George. I still remember riding elevators with you, and you'd ask me, how's it going, man? And I'd be like, oh, it's just another day. And you're like, man, it's got to be better than that. And now here I am, and here we are, really living life to the fullest. I appreciate everything that you've done for us, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, George. Thanks for the support.